7 of Veer Mark, where we are talking about yet another unconventional career option, which is careers in sports and clinical nutrition. I, Neha Vahi, welcome you on behalf of Career Launcher as well as Career Launcher Education Foundation, which tries its best that it brings to students all that they need during these times, especially when they are, captured back at home, stuck back at home, and they can't really move out, find enough information. We're trying to get this information to you at your doorstep. So we have with us today a distinguished guest, Miss Ragini Agarwal, who will be speaking to us about this career option today. So let me begin by introducing her. She's a clinical and a sports nutritionist herself, and a very passionate, ambitious, and determined lady, is as we know her. She has a professional qualification as a master's in food science, and she never stopped trying different or rather varied ventures. Raw Food Soul and Growth was started by her to give wholesome wellness to people. And then she also came in with other endeavors like Raw Stitch and Style, which is a tailoring and embroidery unit. She's also known as a human activist and educationist. And these thoughts led her to establish Empowering Lives as well, which is now looking at upscaling the work of people, especially in these difficult, challenging times. And it pays attention, I think, on working online, which is extremely important, as I said, in these times. And also, her further achievements include establishing Srishti, hosting Ragni Talks on Geo Bangla. She's associated with Pat Squad, Swarparno Sundarban School, and Empowering Lives Voluntary Services. Sorry if I mispronounced anything, but a very warm welcome to you, Ragini ji. We are very excited to have a conversation with you this evening. And as we can see that the audience is quickly growing, plus we have viewers on Facebook. So a very warm good evening once again to everybody who's joined us live here or who's watching us on YouTube, to the students, the counselors, educators, or other people who are interested around this topic. So Ragini ji, we welcome you once again.
Thank you, Neha. It is such a pleasant, it was a surprise, and it is actually a privileged moment to talk to lots of budding people and in this unprecedented times. And I love empowering people, and this is one topic which is very close to my soul and heart.
Yes, thanks. We can see you do a lot of work around this, so I can believe that. And thank you so much for sparing time and joining us today.
Thank you, Neha, for the kind words, and you're doing fantastic work. I can see all through, and more power to you.
Thank you so much, Ragini ji. With this, we'll quickly begin with the first question that we have, which is everybody's question, I think. What is career as a nutritionist like? Please give us a little insight into this.
Wow, and that is one question anyone would, when they are students in class 8, 9th, and 10th standard, initially when 12 years back when I did my course, 12 to 15 years back when I did my course, my parents were like, why are you choosing this career? And Neha, the thing is, this is an upcoming field because we all need wellness. And see, after 10 years, decade down the year, so we are here, we require this, the wellness in this unprecedented times wherein the mental well-being is related to the health.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. And so the career as a, nutritionist, it is more of being like a guide, coach, and a friend to the person that you're looking after. You need to also see the scientific parameters. You need to have the scientific knowledge, as well as you have to be in close proximity touch with the person, the whoever, maybe a group of people or maybe an individual you are in close connect with, so that together, if you do that, you can actually give the goal to the person, and hence you feel satisfied. It is more about doing something philanthropic job, because when you do some good to others, because this is going to be a long run. Health is wealth, as we all know it, and we have all heard it since childhood. I mean, in every way, everywhere we see health is wealth. So I think
absolutely very well said, I think, Ragini, and I think working with somebody on their wellness, what could be more philanthropic in nature than that? And that is why we see a huge increase suddenly in nutritionists around, and people applying for dietetics, etc. And a lot of kids are also showing interest nowadays. But here I must pause and ask you a question. that since you have done this, almost a decade plus earlier, how did you choose this as a career for yourself? How did it come by?
So, what happened, Neha, during 15 years, no, as a child, I was always a healer and a helper. When you have that thing in yourself, so, I wanted to be a doctor and help people. I took up science. I had PCMB, maths as my subjects in 11th and 12th.
Okay.
And then suddenly I found an interest into foods, and I was very good at culinary science as well. So I wanted to
Okay.
try experiments doing various kinds of mixing ingredients, like more of mixologist. So while mixing the ingredients, and then I came to know that even the nutrient value is important. The taste plus the nutrient value will really help people look forward. And yes, then I enrolled myself at Nirmala Niketan College of Home Science in Mumbai, which is one of the leading one. And
Right.
yes, the journey started.
Great. So, Ragni ji, I think you mentioned a very important thing. I don't know if the students or the people hearing this have noted it, so I'm going to reiterate it for everybody's benefit. All those students who are thinking, probably we don't want to do a PCM or we don't want to do a PCMB, and so we should think of nutrition. Here is somebody who says she comes from a background of PCMB, and then she has chosen to go ahead with this. And while doing her PCMB, she has kept at pace with culinary skills as well. So this is very noteworthy. Ragni ji, could you please repeat the name of the college once again for everybody's benefit?
So Nirmala Niketan College of Home Science at Churchgate, Mumbai is one of the best colleges in India. Otherwise, we also have Lady Irwin College in Delhi. We have
Yes.
SNDT College in Mumbai, and IGNU. If you want to do correspondence course, even IGNU is giving,
Right.
MSc and BSc subjects of nutrition.
Right. So this was going to be a question in the coming times, but good. Thank you that you've already answered. And I think even Delhi University has a lot of good colleges now which are offering these programs, and so are a lot of private institutes as well. So, would you think, Ragni ji, that a private institute offering such kind of courses will hold equal value as to a probably a Delhi University or a Mumbai University? What would be your advice?
So, according to my knowledge and experience, Neha, even a student starting from a Hindi high school, if the person has that zest of doing something good for the society and doing good for yourself, you tend to become some entrepreneur, or you tend to become some person who is, people look up to. So it is more important your will to do, and that would raise you further. So I feel the institute gives you the knowledge, but then you also have to do separate hard work, gaining notes, and plus studies, various studies from libraries and other people. You have to have a good network. There are
Very
a
well
lot.
answered. So, students, let's note that no matter what field we are pursuing, every institute or every college will do its bit, but you will have to put in your bit when it comes to hard work. Very
and
well
I,
said. So,
and Neha, I'll just quickly add one more point here, and it is very important for everyone. The world has become digital, and it's now very easy to get knowledge.
yes.
So please make the best use of it. You can get knowledge, ample amount of knowledge. Use it. This is the right time to use it. Skill it up, and skill yourself up, and then you see what is the magic. The magic is yet to explode.
Excellent. I agree with you there, Ragniji, one more time. And I will rather move on here in the interview where we'd like you to please throw some light on sports and clinical nutrition as specializations because you come from that background. And we get a lot of queries from students, especially around sports nowadays, because it intrigues students. And is there a relationship between students who are very good in physical education and sports? Is there a direct relationship between sports nutrition and them? And what is clinical nutrition? How do kids fit in there? If you could please give us an idea on both the things.
So both are, though related, also different. But the thing is, if a person is very athletic, the person knows, the child or the student knows that how much, at what time you feel low, you feel lethargic. Suppose there is a sprint, okay? So the athlete, the student who is an athlete knows that after this period of time, you have you feel lethargic and you are drowning and you need glucose loading. So, it is an experience which will lead the person to, help the client better. So I feel that if you have the experience of being an athlete, plus your knowledge of nutrition will add on to the flavor and give a better understanding to the client. So you will be on a win-win side. You can help the main agenda is to help the client well. If you help the client well, the client or the subject would be much inclined to you because they are looking at results. So
Very well put, Ragini ji. Also, because kids ask us this question, so I'm putting it forth to you as you are the specialist. Does it also magnify their chances of working with some great sports teams, etc., as well?
Of course, yes, and it is all about yourself. How willing are you to get into it? I feel nothing in this earth or in this universe can stop you if you have that strong will to do it. If you want to work with a sports team, a renowned sports team, if you have, please Google down Rian Fernando. He is one of the leading nutritionists in Bangalore, Core Nutrition. Today, he is a specialized and consulting nutritionist with Virat Kohli, maximum of the Indian players and celebrities. So he being a man and got into this career, there is a thing that only ladies or girls get into this career. No, if you have that right inclination, you can go do wonders. So the main thing is you need to have that will to do it.
So that's very well pointed out again for the male students who are listening to us. This is not a female oriented field or career opportunity. Even the boys, the male students can participate equally into this. Ma'am, any tips on clinical nutrition as well, since we've covered sports?
So, if you really have the drowning field of drowning dream of becoming a doctor or a, health worker. So I think the clinical nutrition is one of the field that will make you feel that, it's like, it's actually being like a doctor. You need to wear that white coat. You need to visit each ward. I was working as an intern with Harkishan Das Hospital at Churni Road in Mumbai. So I know the feeling everyone calls you by doctor. You feel like a doctor, but you are actually not, scientifically or officially a doctor, but it is like a doctor. You need to know all the parameters. You need to know the physiology of the body well. And you need to study how each ingredient works into the body. And it is more, you need to have very clear idea and the life and the how well the patient would recover is in your hand, because nutrition is the primary subject through which the patients would recover well.
Right, right.
Before the
So,
medicine.
ma'am, which means somewhere biology becomes a very important aspect. Can you throw some light on the eligibility criteria as well to get into these fields as students?
See, I would suggest +2 is one of the criteria. After that, you need to do your graduations in foods and nutrition or home science, and then the MSc. And then we also have the RD, the registered dietetic, the tag, which has been incorporated by the IDA, the Indian Dietetic Association. That is another exam that you need to sit for, wherein you are recognized all over India equally, if you are an RD. But then I would always suggest one to focus into the science subjects, the PCMB. If not PC, biology is very important. If you focus on that, you can prosper well into your career.
Wonderful. So all the viewers who are watching us here on Facebook, we'll be very happy to take your questions as well. So please keep posting and interacting with us. Towards the end of the interview, we will pick up your questions along with your names and forward them to the specialist. Moving ahead in the interview, could you also, Ragini ji, please tell us about other specializations apart from the ones that we spoke about in this field? What are the various job profiles or the different employment opportunities in the field of nutrition?
Oh, wow. I love this question because one feels during my times, we used to have very limited people helping us out, and I was the one who explored, within 3 months of my graduation, and after I did my post graduation, I was working with 104.8 Radio Meow as a nutritional expert advisor over the air in
Excellent.
Mumbai.
Wow. All right.
So this is one of the things that I experimented, and it worked out very well. So I was working there. So likewise, you can also become a expert advisor over some public, the social media
Forum.
is one of the opportunities which is very important in these times. I mean, you can really grasp this opportunity wherein everything is in the media and the digital platform. And also the restaurants and the food outlets, they're looking for various nutritionists to help them out to incorporate more of healthy food, because people are looking for healthy options sitting at home.
Right.
No,
Right.
no movement, so they're looking for healthy options so that they can serve the clients or the subject well. So you are the one that people are looking out. So please make the best use of your network and start networking with these people. And also you can be a prenatal or a postnatal advisor to the mother, the mother who is wanting to deliver.
Expecting.
So,
Right.
yeah, expecting. So these are the opportunities that are really blooming and bursting out, looking for opportunities, and you can be one of them.
Very well pointed out. I think students, this is very exciting in today's time where so many of you come and tell us, ma'am, we would love to do something in media around journalism, radio jockeying, video jockeying, blogging, etc., YouTube. So I think she's opened an excellent array for all of us, an excellent opportunity that we were not looking at, where we can combine the knowledge of nutrition, of wellness, which is important to every individual that's thriving in this world today, and probably use it along with these social platforms or on these social platforms. Very well raised. Also, a lot of maternity hospitals and pediatric hospitals are blooming and mushrooming around. So yes, maybe opportunities there also await you. So apart from just sports and clinical that we spoke about, these are the other things that you could keep considering. Thank you, Ragniji. Very well pointed out.
One
And
more thing that I want to point out here is like the biggest booming industry is the child, doing anything with the child industry. So I think, pediatric nutrition, or maybe, making healthy recipes for children, innovative, being a mixologist, or if you're very good at your culinary skills. So please use that skills plus your nutrition, and together you can actually do a lot. You can help the students and the children, the younger children, the infants and the toddlers.
well, very nicely quoted, ma'am. And I think, again, as she says, be creative, be innovative, think what you can do with the knowledge that you've acquired. It does not end at only what has been pronounced. There's something that's awaiting you that probably you're good at and can be mixed and matched. Time and again, she also repeats the term mixologist. So if you haven't heard of a career opportunity called mixologist, here today at Careers in Sports and Clinical Nutrition, we bring to you another one, which is mixologist, which is talking about what kind of nutrients can you bring together for healthy eating and wellness. So great. I'm really enjoying this one, Ragniji, learning a lot from you.
Opportunity while talking to you, I just realized that I missed out. You can be a food analytic, you
Yeah.
can be a food research analyst. There are a lot of options if you're very good with your science, your chemistry, the numbers. Please go for it, because people are looking at especially industries like Kellogg's, Quaker Oats, various innovative food items for the diabetologists or the hypertensive. Everyone is looking for it's like new varieties wherein they can so I think the industries are looking for more nutritionists, and with the right research analysis.
So very well, we're even covering industries now. So I think whether it's health and pharma, or it's fitness, wellness, slimming, or FMCGs, that's fast music, moving, consumer goods, if I'm not wrong, where we're talking about things like Kellogg's, etc., Quaker Oats, where they're looking at what kind of different recipes you can put together. So there are a lot of different companies, a lot of different industries that could be picking you up happily if you are graduates of this particular course. Great. Ragniji, also, would you please tell our youth, our younger audience is very intrigued by such questions, and I know that in every interview they want me to ask this expert this. What about a little idea on the pay scales or the salary figures? Because this generation is a very fast-moving generation. They're very, ambitious. They want to make quick money, easy money, if I may say that. So, a little idea on how are the packages and how comfortable is it for somebody in this field?
Yeah, so I think, this is a brilliant question. I would always suggest any entrepreneur, any work that you take, you need to think about three things. I tell everywhere. The work that you do should, fulfill your passion. The second is you should look at whether the work is giving you revenue. And the third is, are you serving the society? Once all these three pointers are fulfilled, I think the work, the enterprise that you're doing will always succeed. And yes, you should look at revenue. You are not wrong if someone says like money is a byproduct, wo to aate rahega. No, you should always look at what are you gaining it back. Maybe it may be not as much as expected, but you have to look at a long run period. So Neha, I would say that to start with, it is always 10 to 12 grants, maximum 15 is what they offer, and it all depends upon the caliber of a student. And mostly they take up students for internships before paying them.
And are they paid internships as well?
There are, with lots of where they are placed from the colleges or the the schools or institutions.
So this is the starting that you mentioned, but I think as they move along and when they grow with the industry or if they have their own setup, I think there's a lot of money also that comes in along with this profession.
Of course, yes. And if you look at nutritionists far and wide, they are earning in millions. I mean, yes, I started with 7 grants when 15 years ago. So that was like, I think that was way too much. And that is why I was also called by my institution to give a similar kind of a seminar for the juniors to tell them that nutrition is one of the best scopes, upcoming scope for and any entrepreneurship. So I feel
so students, I think you can feel motivated. This is the right step that one can take and at the right time. Ragini ji, we have been hearing of a lot of pros. You totally believe in the field that we can see. But are there any cons that a student needs to look out for? Anything that is flip side of probably taking up this career? Anything you want to forewarn the children about?
See, Neha, you have to really work hard in any field. So you have to really work hard to earn millions. The millions would not come just directly like this. You have to really work hard for that. And if you're satisfied with 15 grants, that goes long way then. So if you really, there's nothing to scare, but then working hard, work, and then you get that success. I would say there's nothing to feel scared about.
So that's reassuring students. We can take a plunge now without any fear. I think it's all good. Yes, hard work is going to stay, but that is in every career that we may be talking about, conventional or unconventional. And since you are innovators as a generation yourself, the youth, I think with the mix and match of ideas that we are throwing at you in during this conversation, there is a far more that must be going on in your minds right now in relation to what you can do in the future. Ragini, you have also put.
For example, I would, give an idea of the business project like one of my friend did. So she stayed somewhere near Sundarbans. Now this girl had all the knowledge of the nutrition field. She went there and she saw that Sundarban is one of the hub wherein honey can be made organically. Now she used that skill of hers of calculating the nutrient value, and with that honey she started making various flavors of honey and started supplying that honey, and also empowering lots of poor people at Sundarban. So she became now a renowned social entrepreneur. So here is another way of putting up your ideas plus your passion of helping people plus your knowledge. So everything together, now she is minting in millions.
Wonderful. And I agree with you. I think each one of us has seen people or maybe seeing people around somebody's working with, maybe something like a gulukand or a chawanprash or honey for that matter, spices. I think so much is happening around today. And when you say organic, I think each one of us is looking at something that's healthier, more viable as a food option. So
Absolutely.
very well raised. We've already spoken about some good colleges and universities. You've already pointed out, Ragini ji. So I will skip that bit here and ask you one question, that since you work as a sports nutritionist as well, are there certain challenges that you face when they're consulting you, these athletes or sport enthusiasts? Any kind
Yeah,
of challenges that come your way?
course, there were a lot of it, Neha, initially. I mean, I'm not an athlete, so to understand them and to give them the right dosage of glucosamine and, lots of minerals and supplements, it's not easy, because how does the body react? Each one has a different body. We think that a specific diet is, or a nutrition pattern is the same for everyone. No, the body is different. The way the body reacts to a certain nutrient is different
Right.
for everyone. And it may be similar for 5 people, but for the sixth it may react in some other way. So I was always very apprehensive of how would, what would happen if something happens to the person. So, it's like it was initially a try and error. But then later on, things with experience and with more knowledge, like I always point out, please keep updating yourself with various researches happening all over the American Dietetic Association. Please read out books. There are lots of blogs, there are lots of the PDFs being sent. Please read out them and keep updating yourself. And now today we have a lot of confidence of
Sure.
prescribing and helping people out.
Very well explained. So, in the end, Raginiji, I must, conclude with this question. These are difficult times, as we know, for everybody. And when we have you here as an expert, we can't let you go without some tips to manage these times better. And while Raginiji is answering this question for us, I'd request all the viewers to please post in their questions, their queries. If there's anything that we've left out in asking her, before we let her go, you can very quickly please start posting your questions so that I can raise them on your behalf. Meanwhile, Ragniji, over to you. Some good tips to stay safe during these COVID times.
One has to be really positive during this time, Neha, and this is what I have thought about. Initially, there was a lot of hue and cry. What is going to happen? Why did anything unprecedented? Nobody knew that this kind of era is also going to come up. But then always take every challenge as a challenge, every opportunity, challenge. As a challenge to take up that opportunity, make it as an opportunity to do something new, something innovative. And that is why you are different from the crowd. Once you are different from the crowd, you can do something for the society. And once you do something for the society, indirectly, somehow you benefit yourself. So I took this time as doing something innovative. And also, one has to be very healthy and mentally fit if you really want to do something innovative. So exercise and the right food is really important.
Great. So now we know why you're a human activist. You speak about ikigai, you speak about contributing to the society, raising the whole society, and taking everybody along. So I think I
Yeah,
see the
exactly. You
point
are
there.
doing it, Neha. You are yourself doing immense work, working like this and talking about different career, ways how you can help the youth. I mean, this is the biggest empowering session one can be at, and
Thank
one
you.
can,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you, Ramji. That's what Career Launcher endeavors at every time to provide whatever good information that can come a student's way. We have a question for you, Ragni, from Jahan Peshori. He wants to know that if you could please request the list of colleges mentioned once again, and also that he comes from the commerce background. So if you feel there's anything else that he can do in this field, being from this background, along with the list of colleges.
So I think Zahan, right? So there,
Jahan, yeah.
yeah. So if you are from a commerce field, even you can use the knowledge of your economics in the field of food, in the sense like you can work on budgeting of the food. And once you have that knowledge, start exploring, start learning the various, the costing of the food products, and then you can work with an industry together with it. So start updating your knowledge on the food prices all around, and with your economics knowledge together, I think it would be a very good combination.
Very well put. I think, Jahan, this was very well answered. Anybody else wants us to ask anything, you'll have to quickly do that for us, because we're about to let Ragini ji go, because this was a crisp 30-minute interview and we've touched the 30-minute slot. Time has literally flown past thanks to the amazing conversation we've had. We have one more question, Ragini ji, before we let you go. Can someone with humanities background go in for this field as well, is what they want to know. These are the arts students.
Humanities background is, yes, you can. Because you have, you know how to handle a child's or a human, the development or the mind psychology. But also you need to keep your science updated. If you keep your science updated, you are on a progressive path. So
I just to make that easier, I think I'll put in a few bits. I do see that nowadays schools have opened this option to all the three fields: a science, commerce, and a humanities student, along with home science, can move ahead and do this course. But what probably Ragini ji is probably trying to reiterate again and again is that if you're good with biology, probably you will be better in this field than the others, because you'd understand the human physiology better, the biology, etc., better to handle nutrition and the other fields. But then, yes, to answer you very directly, yes, you can, irrespective of the field that you are in, because it's a stream neutral option right now, at least in these times. I don't know later if they're restricted just to science, we can't say.
Added opportunity, you have an added skill that you are also a psychologist and counselor, so you can actually interact it. You need to have it connect with the subject well to counsel the subject well. And I think humanities is a subject, the arts, wherein you actually liberate your emotions. You can actually connect with the subject well, but then yes, you need to also have that scientific knowledge. So together, if you update your science as well, I think it will be a good combo.
Yeah. Saloni asks Ragini ji that what do you feel, is a BSc or a MSc in nutrition and dietetics better, or a simple B vocational program or a M vocational program also an option for somebody in this field?
Of course, Saloni Masters in Foods and Nutrition is way better, and it can actually lead you to quite a good success and a sense of fulfillment, because you have that ample knowledge and you are much above people at this field. But then if you do vocational courses, it is just to feel yourself engaged. If you really want to be above the par, above the basic limit, you need to do, of course, you need to work hard towards it.
Certainly, I would agree with you there, though I would not undermine the value of vocational courses, because different students from different backgrounds have different reasons for picking up the courses. But somewhere I do agree with Ragini ji as well when she says that a BSc or an MSc in totality will give you more power when it comes to nutrition as a career opportunity. So I do not see any more questions coming in as of now. So Ragini ji, I think I will quickly wind this up with a big thank you to you for your time. And those who are watching us, we have a small little formality. There's a small feedback form that you could fill for us, not just to give us a feedback on how you like the session, but also to tell us who would you like to see next time, which specialist, which unconventional career do we talk about. And in case you have missed our previous sessions, they're available on Facebook, they're available on our YouTube channels. So please go ahead, look at the various great experts that we've had, including Ragini ji today, who's added a lot of value to this career opportunity for us today. So thank you so much, Ragini ji, for your time, for your expertise and knowledge that you've shared with our viewers. And we wish you great success. And we hope that you continue doing what your heart desires, and we keep seeing you rise and shine each morning.
Thank you, Neha, so much, and everyone watching here, the students, the teachers, the principal, the institute heads, and anyone belonging to wanting to do this, and anyone wanting to just have a knowledge, or anyone wanting to help their friends and family, that this is an upcoming field which has already started its race. It is a bull's ride. Do welcome it if you have that passion to take it forward. Don't miss this opportunity, because this is what the world requires. What you eat is what you are.
Excellent. Thank you, Ragniji. I think that's a quote from Buddha, if I'm not wrong. Am I
Absolutely.
right? Yes. So very well concluded. Thank you, everybody, for giving us your undivided 35 minutes. It means a lot that you have not a single viewer has dropped out of the show. Shows that you've enjoyed the content. So thank you,
Thank
everybody, once again. Stay safe. Take good care of yourself. And since we're talking about nutrition, eat good food, gargle, steam, and stay healthy. This is Neha Wahi on behalf of Career Launcher, thanking each one of you for your precious time. Thank you, Ragini ji. Thank you to everybody. We sign off.
thank you.
Thank you.